recap is tradition.
The last one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So, recap.
Yeah.
Gray. Alternate red, but with Inspector Gadget bullshit. We win. We take him down. Have my notes. He had a ripcord, grappling hook. He grabbed the sword from Lockhart. The fucking rail spike made a reappearance. He was tricked the fuck out. But we got him. And then the place was falling. Exactly. And place is falling apart. So we gotta skedaddle, get the fuck out. We get far enough away from the eye to see it crumble. Everything fall down. And we take a breather and we chat about what the fuck do we do now. And we decide to make our way to the maintenance living quarters. Ones that's not corrupted. Yeah, get some fucking sleep before we
much needed.
Make our way back up to the station, which is like a full day journey, kind of.
Especially because we're gonna have to like backtrack and move around to try and find places that work.
Right? That aren't fleshy and soft metal. Cosmic and Levgazi almost both died.
Levgazi?
I worked a 9-hour shift today. I just got home. Give me a fucking break.
Listen, we can't just pretend.
We are, though.
Everyone would absolutely eat me alive for that. But anyway, yeah, you guys are resting in one of the, or stopped to rest in one of the crew quarter areas. How long do you wait there? How long do you rest for?
At least 8 hours.
A full 8 hours?
No, not a full 8 hours.
No.
At least a nap, I think.
Yeah, like 2, 3, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Just crash out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Apply stitches if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we're ready for the journey back.
Because we can't wait 8 hours, because several of us probably do really need to see Veloska.
Yeah, true.
Yes, very much so. So, as you are, well, not as you are, but like, you guys sit down to have a little break in what is otherwise like a just kind of hellish area. But you found a little like nook of peace despite all of the crazy bullshit going on. And you have a nice, restful, let's call it like an hour and a half. That's enough time for everyone to lay down, relax, come back to their senses, and then get up and move. But you all rouse from your rest. Everyone seems to be like mostly up and ready to go and make the trek back. As you guys gear up to head back, I mean, is there anything you guys would want to discuss or talk about? You have a long way to go. No?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess
This walking back, mostly in shock.
Legacy at some point would like, go into a little bit more detail of the shit that happened in cyberspace. Because I imagine there was questions about that to some extent, but aside from that, she doesn't have anything in particular.
There would definitely be questions from, not from Cosmic, but from Marcus, and maybe one or two from Bengetti, but things like, he really wanted to stay behind? You could do anything? There was just an infinite warehouse of data and it's gone now? What's going to happen to it? Is it alive anymore? Like, questions, some of which you might have the answers to, but most of which you probably don't. But you continue trekking on, and as you get out from the main area of the first little kind of corrupt place you came to, and you climb back into those trucks and start driving back over that long stretch of road across the first big chasm, the one where you saw something slither against the wall in the dark. You don't see any movement. There's nothing that seems to be moving anymore. It just seems still. Whatever energy seemed to thrum in the air is no longer present. It seems more empty now. Did you make it across in a silent drive? Everyone seems kind of subdued, even with an hour of recovery, or almost 2 hours of recovery. There's not much that anyone can think to say, because really, what can you say? What can you say to all of what happened, to all of this, to all of the fighting and the violence and the impossible conversations happening in locations that otherwise shouldn't exist? It just kind of goes beyond what simple words can say. So you just keep going on, you and your compatriots. You make it across the chasm to the other side where the elevator, the old lift that took you to Mind was. And as you ride that lift up, when you get to the top, again, it's a long ride, but it's uninterrupted. It's just a long ride in the quiet. And as you get to the top, Mind is gone. The bodies of those two creatures are gone. Now, hold on, pretty sure I got that map somewhere around here. Yeah, here we go. Say dog, see dog, right?
Yeah, this place.
As you get to the top of the lift, you can see there's like bumps and scrapes and broken pieces of technology from where the creatures and Mind were before, and how they were just kind of forcefully interacting and interfacing with everything around them. It doesn't seem like more destruction happened after you left, just the familiar destruction that was left in its wake. As you walk back across this area here, what was the computer where Legacy had used as like a typing interface between herself and Mind is now dead. The screen is black. Whatever mechanism was causing it to run has given up and given out. And now it just sits there, gone. Maybe Mind did something to it. Maybe he took something from it, or it took something from it. But Mind is gone now. Somewhere. It's hard to even say where. Mind can float. But Mind is gone. And as you walk back into the next room, the familiar hallway where those tendrils and cables were knotted into the wall with little flowers sprouting up. Those are still there. Whatever that mystery is, if you guys want to investigate it, you can.
Are they moving
I'm
or growing
good.
anymore?
Doesn't seem to be. Seems to be that they're just still.
I mean, Legacy would kind of poke and prod at one of the flowers, I imagine.
Why?
Make sure it's dead.
When you poke
Sure
at one of the
done.
flowers, when you poke at one of the flowers, it almost like like when you poke a Venus flytrap in the mouth, it clamps shut. You poke the flower, and the petals shoop, close.
Is it fleshy?
It has a little bit of the flesh and metal texture. Somewhere a little bit more rigid than not. It really does remind you of a plant, where a plant has some rigidity to it. It has some structure, but it is still pliable, like soft flesh. That is what this substance appears to be. The cables, the tentacles, the whatever you want to call them, and the flowers that sprout from them.
That's a problem.
The question is it our problem?
How are we supposed to deal with this?
How do we get insecticide but for eldritch plants? I don't know if that exists.
Galleon?
How much galleon do I have on hand?
Not enough. Not enough for all the shit.
I used most of it.
It's all coming from that door we never went through, right?
Yes, it's coming from that door that is completely clogged through with cables that shoot into the wall and make little like waves coming into and out of it.
That's just all of us staring at it. It's like, what? How do we even do here? How do we fix this?
Marcus taps you on the shoulder, Legacy, and just goes, "Do you want to mess with this? I don't want to mess with it."
We're gonna have to send somebody down to mess with it, though.
How do we even mess with it? Like, it's like none of us are gardeners or fucking plumbers. Like, I'm an electrician, but I don't know what the fuck this is.
Is there some way of trying to cut the flower off?
Sure, you can just go at it with a sharp object.
The weed the garden, is that what it's?
No, we're gonna take one and give it to Maxine.
You kind of it's tough. It's kind of like cutting a tendon in a steak. It's like except a little bit more durable. But you can cut through one of the flowers and rip it off.
I'll say that's why I have 2 muscle heads of 2 different varieties.
But as you rip it off, there is a clear, somewhat viscous fluid that dribbles out of the end of it, like it was being pumped through it. It almost looks like aloe.
We could at least destroy the thing, whatever it is.
Oh. I don't have enough bullets.
Pulls out sword. Shrugs.
Okay, did you guys forget that it's like gonna be hell to even get through there? And I don't know if we can even get through the door. It's kind of going through it on top of all the fucking metal flower shit.
Yeah, I think the only people that might have a shot of even getting inside easy are me, Cos, and Getty, and looks over to Cosmic and Getty. And then looks back over
I'm not
at
touching
Lockhart.
I mean, I could try and send a little mini Larian. Try.
I'll tell you right now, there's nowhere it would fit. He would have to squeeze like between 2 like vines. He would not be able to fly through anywhere. He'd have to be crammed.
It's just like, yeah, I don't like this.
They're giving this to Maxine.
Can I put up, like, I don't know, caution tape? Don't touch it?
You really think once we tell people they have to come down here and fucking fix an entire turbine that the caution tape is gonna do anything?
If they're smart about it.
Yes, but also this is a fucking lifeblood of the station. People have to go in.
Just thinking.
You
And
have a random new way to keep us fucking in the sky and not falling and not stop spinning.
okay, thanks for a second. And you know what? Joe, can I use how convenient here?
What do you want to do?
It's technically how convenient is like one device involved spontaneously fails. But could I possibly use this here just right off the fucking rip of the session? Just take care of this somehow?
Do you? I will say no, because it
I
is.
heard.
It is not a
Device,
device. It is a
yeah.
living thing.
Yeah, I figured I'd ask.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. She kind of just puts her hands up. It's like, I got none.
So there's no way of looking into the room, is what you're telling us, right?
Correct. There's no way. Not unless you
Mhm.
wanted to start grabbing and pulling and trying to force a way to look through open. It is completely sealed up with vines.
Is there
Mhm.
any ventilation shafts?
Not on this wall.
Pull up a map. Is there any other way to get access to that room?
Not on this floor. You'd have to navigate down and around because that is a terminating hallway. Like that hallway where you guys where it is leading to should
Mhm.
technically be another hallway. And to get to the other side of it, you would have to go down, around, and up, or up, over, and down.
Alright, well, I mean, fuck it. Go pull up the map. Be like, this is a possibility. If we want to see what's in there.
And what's stopping it from also being like that on the other side?
Good luck?
Fuck, Lacey's gonna try something that's probably not gonna work, but she is just like tired enough and hurting enough and annoyed enough. She's just gonna walk as far down the hallway as she can manage. Just kind of like
Okay.
staring at the door and just like knock her, like wrap her knuckles against one of the thickest vines that she can reach. I open up.
But as you go to do that, Marcus like following close beside you, you knock on it and he's just like, "What are you doing?" And he doesn't stop you from doing it. He's too late. But you wrap your knuckles on one of the vines. Are you standing like right at the precipice where you're not stepping on a vine, but to get any closer to the threshold that is clogged, you would have to step on a vine. You're kind of stopped right there.
Yeah.
So as you wrap your knuckles on one of the thickest vines, you see like the vine twitch and then kind of like, and the echo of your tapping trembles down the vine like it's transmitting your message or the tap downward. And as you do that, you see them all kind of squirm just a little bit, just a shift and a tightening, and then all of the flowers snap shut. I think we should leave. I think you just woke up whatever it is.
Nothing else moving.
Not yet.
Yeah, like she's like is staring at the doorway. And you see her kind of like head sink down into her shoulders, not in like scared, but more in the like hunched annoyed.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to
let's-
fucking get back here. Oh, fucking. She's muttering. She will turn and start walking back. But she's muttering to herself about work that they're both gonna have to do.
Marcus is like mouthing the word "thank you" to no one.
I imagine Kaya the whole time is just like muttering quietly. Just getting more and more stressed out, just like, I swear to God, I just saved her fucking life. I swear to God, she goes and kills herself like this shit. Like,
As you actually see as Legacy starts walking away with Marcus kind of shepherding her away, where Legacy was standing, a little vine like pops out and creeps out from underneath the one she touched, like a snake. It just slithers out and stops right about where she was standing. Like something reached out a finger to feel where she was, expecting her to still be there.
hand on Lockhart's shoulder, pointing at it, like, do you fucking see this? Do you see why I don't? Why did I fucking bother? Honestly, she's gonna get herself fucking killed at this rate.
Pointing?
Yeah.
Legacy turns around to look at what guy is pointing at.
Guy's gonna call out to Marcus, fucking grab her.
Marcus is gonna just pick you up. Are you struggling?
For a minute. The instinctive reaction, like, I don't want to be picked up right now.
For your own fucking good.
Marcus picks you up and he's just like, nope, we're not dealing with it. I don't want to deal with it. Nobody wants to deal with it. No one except you.
You have to fucking come back anyway.
Not us, someone else. Someone who knows how to deal with flesh technology.
Fucking. Who the hell knows? We are now the experts. You realize that?
No, we are not the experts. We are just here. We are just here.
There is no
struggling.
such thing as an expert except for us now, because everybody else has never even heard of this shit. We tell people this shit. You realize she's like now giving up on struggling, is just accepted that she's being held, but is now like leaning forward at the others.
Marcus just points to the door. Like, can you get that?
Open door.
You all realize we tell them that they're gonna try and put us in a fucking insane asylum. We are the experts, whether you want to or not.
And I think Legacy has a point here. If
Marcus
we
looks
don't
at you
deal
with
it-
betrayal.
Same,
If
ditto.
if we don't deal with this, no one else will be certified or knowledgeable enough to deal with it besides us.
Marcus's shoulders sag. How do we even begin to deal with it? You can't hack it, and he pokes you in the butt.
Well, actually, we don't know that. I haven't tried. I could. She starts trying to weasel away again.
There's another form of hacking. Lockhart slices at one of the vines with the sword.
Are you actually attacking it?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Roll your attack. Roll to hit. Difficulty 2.
What? We want to hack it, right?
Oh my god.
Would quick strike matter here?
Oh my
What
god.
does quick strike do?
Give me a
She's-
blue for attacking
Yeah.
first.
It would give you a blue for attacking first. Yeah. Yeah, you would get
Okay.
quick strike. One success, huh? For
One
9
successful
damage.
montage.
That's all she needs. But also, what the
Okay.
fuck?
What do you want to spend your advantage on?
Yeah. Right?
If we
Can I
rested, we
crit?
should get strain back, right?
Yes, you can recover some strain.
How much will you allow?
I will allow you to roll to recover.
Oh,
Can I
Okay.
argue for half?
Half? No, roll.
'Cause fucking wee, you bitch.
What was it again? Is it discipline or cool?
Discipline or cool.
Okay.
And it's no
Finish
difficulty.
this? Oh, whoops.
I need a little pen and paper here for a second.
1, 2, okay, 3. I accidentally rolled my purples.
Okay, so that's 2 strain for Kaya, 3 strain for Lockhart, and 2 strain for Lexi.
3 strain for Kai. I accidentally rolled my
Oh.
purples.
And I have a thing where if I'm over over half on strain, I get 2 extra.
You're over half on strain?
Yeah, I'm at 10 out of 12.
Oh, damn. I didn't know you were that high.
Yeah, that's why I stopped using defensive stance.
Okay. So, strain recovered. Lockhart, you chop at one of the tentacles. You slice through it, and you hear this hissing, like hot kettle, or not hot kettle, water on a hot skillet. And immediately there is a retaliating, like almost instant strike. I'm gonna roll this.
And there was a crit on that too, is what I said, I believe.
Oh, I know there is a crit. Rest assured.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that is this one. And
Do you roll on the crit table for this thing?
yes, but it can only take certain crits. So if you would like to roll on the crit table, roll your result. You can roll it at, because you're only critting, or you critting twice with +10, right?
Yeah.
Or once with +10.
It's twice because it's 2 to crit, so I have. Oh no, it's once. You're right.
Yeah,
It-
one crit, but it gets +10 because you can pay for it twice.
Yeah.
It has its own I forget what it's called. The thing durability, the thing that reduces crit strikes.
Mm.
So go ahead and roll it at a net of -40.
-40. Damn. Okay.
Jesus.
Slash,
It's -50? Jesus Christ.
It's a very unique creature.
100
You could've
minus
just fucking left.
50, or 40.
See, Legacy was
7.
Legacy's method of poking and prodding it was going to be much nicer to it.
Mm-hmm. Fucking sword.
Okay. Hold on one second here. I'm writing something down.
It's always
a
funny.
7?
Sorry, good.
Oh, sorry.
7.
So that, well, it's been crit. So that will go against its ability to resist crits further, or resist further crits.
Sweet.
But that crit basically did nothing.
Damn.
Sorry to say.
Damn.
Now your sword's
but-
covered in aloe vera.
Yes, your sword is covered in whatever viscous thing that is causing it to be sound like hot water on a hot skillet. What the fuck is that phrase doing to my brain?
Legacy
But
has befriended 2 eldritch technology creatures, and Lockhart just wants to kill them all.
This
so
is
you
the
slice
plan.
through the tentacle. Almost the moment your sword cuts all the way through it, something lashes out. So I rolled that. You are going to take oh my god, I can't do math.
It's okay.
You are going to take 4 wounds,
Before so.
and it ignores soak.
Oh shit.
So this thing shoots a tendril out at you and will slice you across the chest, tear up your suit a little bit. And do you care to do the honors as a crit? It got just enough to crit.
Mm.
You would still have all your crits from the last fight.
Oh yeah, you're right.
'Cause we haven't
If we live through this, Lockhart is getting chewed the fuck out.
Yeah, see, you guys bitch at Legacy. Legacy usually ends up on top.
We just wanted to go home. We didn't know what the fuck to do with this. We could have researched.
So that's a +10.
Mm-hmm.
Legacy went from trying to wiggle out of Marcus's arms
34.
to now like the spooked cat, like frozen and like latched on.
You are latched on. This thing staggers you, Lockhart. So it shears you across the chest, rips up your suit, and causes you to stagger backwards and just kind of like lose concentration for a second.
Ooh.
The tendril that shot out, it looks like the rest of the tendrils around you, but it instead is shooting out almost like a stalagmite or a stalactite. It's just like a rigid spike. Like one of the tendrils went completely stiff and is just a spear. As that happens, Cosmic is going to break out his gun and shoot it. And I'm not going to roll initiative for a specific reason. But Cosmic is going to shoot it. Cosmic succeeds with a shitload of advantage, so I guess he can crit too. God, I hate that I don't have... Oh, I do have. There we go. So that is -30. Okay. Cosmic shoots it, and as he shoots it, the bullet goes straight through the rigid spike, pierces it. More of that aloe vera like splurts out, and then another smaller spike shoots out of that one and stabs Cosmic in the cheek and shears off along his cheekbone. I'm just going to go down the list here.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Legacy, Kaya, are you doing anything?
Yeah, we're stopping our
breaking out?
fucking teammates. Fucking... I imagine, like, Cosmic's behind her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking hand on Lockhart's shoulder. Fucking putting herself into Cosmic's line of sight. It's like, okay, can't we just fucking leave? It's a plan. We can just walk away.
Oh, wait, hold on. I fucked up. I didn't actually roll for Cosmic's damage. I just used his failure, or his rolls. His successes as the damage. Give me a second. I gotta roll a thing. 1 and 2 of those. Okay, it deals a little bit more. It does a little bit more than 1 damage to Cosmic, but it doesn't do enough to crit.
Mm-hmm. I stand by what Kaya does and says.
Marcus puts Legacy down.
Deal with this.
What did Lockhart say?
How else are we supposed to deal with this?
By not fucking chopping at it.
Those are the same things that bud into my foot.
Okay, and if we can just take a second to, regroup, and if we want to investigate it now, fine, sure, whatever, but we can probably get more information by not just hacking away at it or shooting at it, especially since it reacts and it looks like it fucking hurts.
As you guys are talking, standing here, 3 or 4 more flowers sprout up. And all of the flowers open back up.
To do anything else?
Not yet. What are you guys doing?
Carnivorous.
What can we even do to try and figure out what the fuck's happening?
It attacked and
Does-
gained more flowers.
Does it look like it is, like, it still has that metallicness to it, right? It's still
Yeah.
kind of techy somehow, right?
Yeah, it's still got some semblance of technology in it, presumably.
Marcus put Legacy down, you said?
Yeah.
Legacy is, because I imagine Lockhart's doing that shit up by Kaya. Marcus and Legacy are actually behind them, like still in the
Yep.
hallway more.
Yep.
So she's just gonna like look around. There's now a spike in the way of them getting out of, and she's looking. I'll turn around to one of the other flowers that's a little bit deeper into the hallway. Just pull out her fucking jack. And she's not gonna stab it, she's just gonna see what happens if she just like puts the jack in the flower.
You plug the jack into the flower, and it spurts out like an aerosol mist, like psst, into your face. You can plug into it, but it sprays out that aerosol mist. And I need you to make me a hard resilience roll.
That's not gonna be good. Yeah, that's really not gonna be good. Hard 3. Not as bad as it could have been.
1 success. So you manage to cover your mouth in time, but you will take 3 strain as this spray gets into your face. You successfully plug into the flower, though. Nothing happens immediately. So there's no virus or anything like that that is going through your system. Are you going to try to access it?
Yeah, she's just trying to see if she can see any type of data stream or anything.
Marcus is going to walk up to you and be like, "What are you doing?"
Not fucking hitting it.
So you're just going to plug into the... He just waves at it.
No,
Not sure what to call it. He just waves at it.
you said it couldn't be hacked. Well, we don't know that. And I hacked the other system and talked to Mind, and Mind was chill.
Just puts his hands over his face.
I give you high blood pressure, yes, but I am effective.
I don't know. Don't make it mad.
Yeah, well, if it gets too fucking weird, then I'm just cutting the cable and we're fucking running.
Cosmic standing next to you, Kaya is like touching his face, which is bleeding quite profusely. Oh.
Is that a bandage? Yeah, fucking hell. Fuck the 2 of yous, I swear to fucking God.
I was trying to help.
I get it, bud, but... Like, I'm gonna go fucking gray in a year or 2.
Don't worry, Cosmic, don't let her beat you up. All the girls are gonna be really excited to see the scar.
He like thinks about it for a second, and then He gets a little bit red in the cheeks, but doesn't say anything. Legacy, as you are plugging into this thing and trying to see if there's a data stream or access it in some way, you get a feed of some kind. It is a string of binary data, which you can translate. I imagine you have some way of translating it on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
And it translates into effectively like commands, like a string of weird commands and prompts for like grow, sustain, grow, expand, sustain. Like it is almost like a very rudimentary series of basic. I'm not sure how to describe it because it's not like normal, like a normal stream of consciousness. It's like a very rudimentary stream of consciousness. It seems it seems like it's fixated on the idea of growing, expanding, and sustaining.
Legacy is just kind of like squinting at the translation, and like you see her like face scrunch up as she's trying to like puzzle it through. Well, it does have some data. I guess you could call it the basic instructions for life.
Fuck does that mean?
Photosynthesis?
No, no. But like, living things have like what, like 3 primary goals: grow, survive, and sustain. Which is what this one's saying.
And
As you are as you're still plugged into it, the jack that you plugged into or plugged in with Legacy, you hear a splurting like a, and then more of that aloe-looking liquid is forced out of the cracks and seams in the jack. It's still, the connection is still good. It's just splurting out aloe vera cream.
I hate this image.
Right?
Oh my god.
And she like makes a face and then just like tilts her head towards Marcus. My arm's already fucked, but make sure that remind me to replace this entire cable.
Yeah. Can you, I don't know, do you happen to have like a microscope or bioscanner in your arm?
I know she probably wouldn't have a bioscan. Let me see what shit I have here.
I don't think you have either one of those things, but you might have something else in your repertoire that you could use for this.
That's what I'm looking for.
Empty water bottle?
Empty water bottle attachment.
Red Bull can. Just tape it shut. Collect. Like the coolant.
I was seeing if I had anything along the lines of what Kaya tends to have of bullshit up her sleeve.
Mm-hmm. What a bullshit and have Kaya have that.
Yeah, no. Because I also have how convenient, but I gave all of the extra, like, I didn't take any of the, like, fun, like, pull shit out of your pockets, because I was letting Kaya have all that.
You can ask her if she has one. She might.
Well, hold on. Hold. Can I make a suggestion? I can make it in character.
Uh-huh.
Legacy just, like, looks at her arm, kind of like squints at it up and down, and slowly shakes her head. No, that's not really up my alley. I mean, I like cybernetics and shit, but aside from just finding them and knowing what they do, which is just code. And she pauses. And then, like, looks up at Marcus and squints at him, and he still has those fucking goggles on his head.
Yep.
But between me and Kaya, if she's done lecturing people, we might be able to do something with those.
Marcus looks up like he's looking at the ceiling above, at the goggles on his head. These? He takes them off. You think you can turn them into something? They've just about had it.
Well, we can try. It's not like you're gonna want to keep those.
Yeah. No offense, but these look terrible.
Hey,
Just kind of turns them over in his hand.
they did their job.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Kaya.
Oh.
I imagine Iris,
Yeah.
if you are there, that Kaya was bandaging Lockhart and was, in fact, lecturing her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing new. Nothing new.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. But she'll turn. It's just very clearly it's just Kaya chewing out Lockhart the fuck out. She was with Cosmic. She was like, "Okay, I get it. That was stupid, buddy. But don't fucking do that, please. Like, I understand why, but please, you got hurt. Okay, good. Be careful with that." Turn to Lockhart. What the fuck were you thinking? Was it a Gordon Ramsay meme?
Oh dear, gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah. As he turns. That's kind of what that fucking was. Turns, looks at a legacy. Again, tying off the bandage. Like, yeah, what's up, dude?
Like, nods her head towards the goggles. We got a project.
Right now?
Well, unless you want them to start fucking shooting shit and hacking it with a sword again.
Hand it over.
Ben Getty follows right beside you, Kaya. This
Do
is
I
my
have...
excuse to go look.
Are you guys still in the hallway? You guys coming out?
They're by a vine.
Just don't put your face near any of the flowers. It keeps trying to spray me with shit.
Kaya's gonna pull out masks.
As you go, like, walk down the hallway and pull out masks, one of the flowers, not near you, or well, near you, but like not near enough that it does anything. One of the flowers, like, it almost seems to turn towards you, like it knows where you are, and it psst.
Putting on her mask, like, yeah, okay, how old are you two? Shoves one onto Ben Getty. It's like, yeah, put this on, please.
Yeah, okay, I'll put it on.
Pulls out a couple more from Marcus and Legacy, because why the fuck? I guess we're gonna just stand in here.
Legacy is plugged in.
Yeah. So again, okay, here you go, mask up, stay safe. Looks over her shoulder at Lockhart and Cosmic. I swear to God, if you guys do some shit while we're all down lane.
They do more shit, we're not gonna be able to get out because it's gonna be covered.
Exactly.
Cosmic,
We're all down here.
while you guys are down there, Cosmic is going to turn around and walk in the opposite direction of the hallway. Holster his gun. And he will walk into one of the rooms in the opposite direction. While you guys are examining... Okay. While you guys are examining the thing, you have the goggles in hand. Ben Getty will say, all right, what are we doing? What is this?
Like, he'll just look at at Marcus and then she turns back to her data.
I turn it into a bio scanner? Maybe a microscope? Bengetti just kind of scrunches his face. I'm not sure what the fuck a bioscanner is, but we could turn it into a microscope. Sort of. Maybe.
What of? Yeah, no. Definitely a type of microscope.
It'd be a
Space
little
goggles.
rough, but it would work, maybe?
Like, for a little bit?
Larry sticks with Cosmic.
Mm-hmm.
Larry is riding on Cosmic's head. So Larry and
Aw.
Cosmic walk into another room. If Kaya, you want to give me a mechanics check at 4 purple,
Mm-hmm.
failure on this means
Uh-huh.
that you break the goggles.
Aw.
Can she get a blue with Benghetti's help?
With Bengetti, I will give you. Yeah,
Your
you can have a
inventor
blue with
buddy.
Bengetti. Yeah.
Let's go. Alright, let me see. What other bullshit can I have inventor? Adding 2 more blue onto that. That's for making science checks. That's for driving. Med inventor. That's just making stuff. Okie doke. She said 4 purple?
Yes.
Okie doke. Here we go. No!
You are working with the goggles, and in the process of trying to turn them into a microscope that you can actually use ad hoc, you have to cut them in half and angle the lenses so that you have what is like a telescope, basically. And you're kind of manufacturing them into being like a very weird point blank telescope, so you could press your eye against it and it would be effectively a microscope. Like it's a little like fuck it, we ball technology. And as you are doing this, you connect the goggles together. You have cut them in half, and when you test it out, it doesn't work. The soldering, the reconnecting of components, the aiming of the lenses so that they lined up. There's a lot of steps to this. It takes a pretty long amount of time. Like, it is not something you can do willy-nilly because they are heat vision goggles. So turning them into microscopes would take quite a bit of time.
Yeah, it's night vision goggles.
Both the boys had night vision.
Oh, night
Thermals.
vision? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Thermals is Lockhart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the turning night vision goggles into a microscope is a fucking monumental task. And in the process of doing so, you spend at least 2 hours, and then it breaks.
Imagine simultaneous. Fuck.
From you and Bengetti both.
Yeah. Here's a delicate part. Snaps.
We got another pair.
And I mean, Crim's also got thermals. We
We
could.
could try again.
Yeah, we could try again.
Yeah, what was Lockhart and Cosmic doing in the 2 hours?
2 hours.
So initially they walk in there, rewinding the clock a little bit. They walk in there, and Cosmic, and with Larry on his head, will point to he walked into the shop, the hardware shop area where tools are stored, and he just starts rooting around in the tools, and he pulls out a drill. He pulls out a basically like a sheet metal saw. He pulls out a handful of other, like an electronic screwdriver, and like all of these other tools. And he just kind of sets them on the table in the middle. And he looks at Lockhart and just goes, "Do you think we could use these to kill the plant thing?" This one I think would work
Would be
really well.
helpful.
And he touches the saw.
Yeah. That would be useful to get through the wiring, but I think our companions would prefer we don't attack it currently.
Hmm.
Currently being the key part of the phrase.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cosmic will keep all of the tools there,
Thinking,
but then
though.
walk back out. Thanks.
Yeah, Lockhart. Yeah, just like good thinking.
And he picks up Larry
Uh,
off of his head and like looks at Larry's face. Can you do video games? Not yet, I think.
He figures out how to do Pong in the 2 hours.
Pong?
That would be something that they could figure out. Larry can play Pong. Like on his face.
Yes.
But Larry, because it is literally Larry, he can play Pong against himself or against the other person.
Hell yeah. You
But you
think?
spend a long time making it. Is there anything else you want to try? Do you want to try again? Do you want to fuck with the plane some more? Plane thing?
mean, while
Wanna go
they're
home?
doing that, Legacy would be not trying to enter, at least not at the moment, trying to enter anything in, but she's trying to see if there is a deeper source of data and information. Or if it's just this one singular kind of like repeating stream, or
You to tell, you would have to attempt to hack it to get a deeper or access it. It's not necessarily difficult, but to like peel back the layers and see deeper, you have to like reach in and grab it. You know?
What if someone touches the plant while Legacy is like connected? Does it give a different thing?
You during the amount of time that you have, you could test it out, and no, it does not interfere with the data stream.
Mm.
Do you want to try cutting it while the Legacy looks at the readout?
Nah, I'm good.
Aw.
I guess Legacy will try to hack it, but like is being very, very careful and cautious with it. More the scalpel than the fucking sledgehammer.
So you're not going to use any of your hacking programs, more or less?
Not at the moment. No.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me your hacking check at 2 purple.
I get... Yeah. Is it 2 purple?
Yes, 2 purple. Or success. You get 2 free successes?
Mm-hmm. 2 free successes, 2 threats for all my hacking stuff.
Oh.
That's part of the reason why she's such a good hacker.
So it's pretty easy to get into the system. It's not very robust in terms of like what it's trying to put up in a cybernetic or in a cyber defense sort of way. So it's not hard to break in. When you kind of push your way in, it's hard to tell if it notices you at all. The data stream continues to read, like grow, expand, sustain. And getting to a deeper level, you can see that it doesn't have like a very deep level of a central intelligence that's greater than the sum of its parts. It seems to be that there is some source at the core of this thing that is feeding out that information, but it's not intelligent. It seems like if there's any intelligence here, it would be rudimentary. You could almost make the argument that this was programmed to do this. It was programmed to grow. The only reason you would think that it wasn't programmed is the fact that it seems to be like whatever code is whatever established this thing. It just from your cursory look at it at like a deeper than skin deep level, it seems a bit overly complicated because there is probably code indicating how certain parts should interact and move, but whatever initiative it has is still grow and expand. It seems like it was too robust to be made by a single person to be like programmed, but it is still rudimentary in its function.
Okay. So you said there's programming for how it connects and moves and shit?
It would be on a deeper level. That's kind of like an assumption you're making. Like there would have to be some level of programming that exists that dictates how it moves its tentacles and how it decides to move the flowers and all that shit. That would have to exist, at least in theory.
Can she tell if there's any sort of pathways, even if she doesn't have the access to the base, but pathways for input, like sensory input?
You'd have to go another layer. Go a layer deeper.
Okay, we're gonna have to go a little bit deeper.
It will be 3 purple this time. Not that that really fucking matters, but it is 3 purple.
Don't fucking say that. I've gotten very close several times. I fucking told you several times I've come out with only 1 success.
Yeah, so and your hacking is lightning quick. I would feel bad giving you 3 strain for this. So I will strain you 1 because it is like you are trying to be very, very precise. And it does kind of give you a little sweat on the brow. And it takes a little bit longer than normal to just be like, to infiltrate without leaving any footprints and without disturbing anything that's there. It is a very, very precise process, but you nail it. As you are digging deeper, you get to the like sub-layer where you can start to see the building blocks of how this thing works. Like you're looking at the inner guts of this, like it is a machine, but it's still strange to call it that. But you're looking at the guts of this machine. It does have some rudimentary sensory input. It reacts to pressure. It reacts to pressure and heat. It's almost like it has some way of perceiving heat and pressure in each of the tendrils so that it can form a very basic image of the area around it. And with like you got 7 successes, so I can give you a pretty good amount of information. It can build a rough image of the area around it, and the reason it's kind of ebbing and flowing is because it has a inherent need for structure. It can't sustain itself it can't just like grow out in a straight line. Like the rigid spike, it can do that a little bit, but to sustain itself properly, it needs to grow around and in something so it has a more secure structure. So that's why it's burrowing into the walls. And it's burrowing into the walls in areas where it appears to be weaker, as it will kind of pressure test with one of its tendrils. It will press on an area and feel where it can get a little bit more depth and purchase. It's not great in terms of like the differential, but it is enough that it is willing to puncture. And it's been doing that for God knows how long, because it does not move quickly. It is a very slow moving thing, except in the event of damage. Damage of any physical nature is retaliated against very intensely. This thing is very durable, and it is built to sustain itself. It is literally all it wants to do is survive. To grow itself and survive. So impeding that, it would get very defensive. But its defense systems only allow it like a very basic understanding of if the damage came from if
Joe?
And now
No.
the DM disappeared.
Am I gone?
There you
You're back.
are.
Oh, okay. Wait, what was the last thing you heard? If? Shit.
All it wants to do is grow into itself and survive. Impeding that, it gets very defensive.
Yes. So it gets very defensive.
Mhm.
It has a very simple understanding of like vectors of damage. So if something attacks it or damages it, you can tell that its immediate thought is attack back in the same vector that the damage came from. Like just fire back in that direction, and it will probably hit whatever damaged it. That's all it's going to do. So if you had a gun that shoots at a 90-degree angle, it wouldn't be able to hit you.
So, I imagine it probably right around the time that there's the fuck in stereo from the
Yes.
mechanics. It's when Legacy has gotten this far and has kind of processed this information. And she will explain all of that to everybody.
All right. Guys playing Pong in the back. You gotta listen up.
Huh? Larry like pats Cosmic and just goes, "I will wait." And you can see he's playing Pong with himself to keep the game going.
I love that we put Cosmic and Larry together, and inevitably Cosmic teaches Larry some sort of game. He taught him rock, paper, scissors last time.
Uh-huh. It's great.
So yeah, Legacy will explain all of the information as best as she can process it. And
Man.
just kind of shrugs. Like, I mean, if it was anywhere else, if it wasn't digging into metal, it wouldn't be a problem. It's just, I guess, technological equivalent of an invasive species.
Do you think you can just program it to, not do this?
Can I just move it? Will it react if I move it?
I mean, to move a plant, you gotta, like, uproot it, right?
Will it be mad? I'm not damaging it, say.
And Lacey just like points to where the vine was that poked out to find her. I mean, you can test it. If Marcus doesn't head that way, she'll just walk over, unplug her cord. And
Oh, go ahead.
like, she'll just unplug her jack and head over and just like try to move the fucking tendril that's hanging out in the air.
Marcus is gonna stop you and just be like, "But at least let me do the physical thing. Like, you have the hacking, I have the..." And he just flexes his arms.
She kind of looks at him, tilts her head, and there's a smirk. And she will just like motion for him to go ahead.
He will, like, awkwardly, "Thank you," and he'll turn, and he is going to take the rigid spike and just try to push it gently and move it. And it doesn't seem to give way. It bends a little bit. And you can see Marcus put a lot of force behind it. Not his max output. Like, he's putting a lot of force behind it, but he's definitely not hitting the red line. And he stops and goes, "I think if I push any harder, I'll snap it. Or bend it in a way that I don't think it wants to be bent."
Well, it
Let
can
me-
get
Doing
bent.
that to the spike that went after Lockhart.
Yeah. Let me try a different one. And he'll walk over to one that's on the floor. And he'll grab it and try to pick it up off the floor and move it. And as he picks it up, it's almost like picking up a really heavy snake. He can lift it, but except for the part that is burrowed into the ground, he can lift it up. It's really heavy, but I can move it. It doesn't... I mean, it's stuck in the ground. Should I try to pull it out?
I don't think that's probably a bad idea. She'll kind of look around and look over to Lockhart. Just tilt her head. How precise can you be with a blade?
Pretty precise. Why?
Maybe cut and peel?
Okay. Do you still have that dagger I gave you?
Yeah. She'll go searching around until she finds it.
Mm-hmm.
Lockhart will... I mean, is there a certain place you want me to do this?
She'll look around. Can she find a vine that Marcus could grab a piece, but it seems to be burrowed under more recently, smaller?
Yeah, there are smaller, burrow holes.
She'll point over at one of those. That might be easier to test out with for now, between the two of you.
Was there any, paneling or anything that can be used as a little shield in the extra room?
You'd have to rip it off the wall. Which you can do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that in an area that's not near this.
You
Gotcha.
can just do that.
Yeah,
She's that jacked.
it takes some effort, but with a room filled with tools and muscle, which you have, you can just rip a panel off the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I'd prefer to have at least some sort of barrier if I'm going to be that close to having to heal something.
Okay.
So, from the vital organs.
Just have Kylie
So-
and Cosmic holding it up in front of you, behind you.
It is a big panel, but you can position it in such a way that it's in between you and the thing, and you're going to try to make an incision in one
Yeah.
of the smaller tentacles.
Nice and slow.
Not in the tentacle.
Like, next to it.
Like, yeah,
Right?
next to it. So, like, if it's burrowed through the wall, you can peel the metal back to expose the tentacle, right?
It's like excising a growth.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so you want to like cut around it so
Surgery.
that you can like pull it back out?
Oh.
Surgery on a
Okay.
grape.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, I misunderstood too, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
I was
You-
wondering the paneling is for in case you fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So it is hard, but you can attempt it. Go ahead and make me a melee check at 4 purple.
Anyway, it's for purple.
And when it's, like, loosened up a bit because of the peeling, then Marcus can pull it out.
Hey.
Triumph. Okay. And
Let's
some
go.
threat. I mean, I'll strain you for 2 because you're sweating and focusing on this really hard. But you're able to like you're kind of cutting metal through metal, which is incredibly difficult. But I think this is a charge knife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make it a little bit easier, but you are just destroying this knife. Like, it'll still work as a charge weapon. Like, it can still use electricity, but you're dulling the blade super hard, cutting through the paneling. But as you are cutting through the paneling, just making little incisions and bending it outwards so that you can effectively make like enough room to slide the tentacle back out. You cut around it, cut around to the next one, and cut around the next one, and you're going like rupture to rupture to make sure that you are at the correct tentacle every time. It'll take you about like maybe 45 minutes to an hour of very careful cutting. And as you do it, you eventually get enough room that you can kind of push the tentacle back through and out. Is that what you're doing?
If that's the plan, yeah.
Okay. Are you doing it? Are you pulling the tentacle out?
Yeah, Lockhart can do it.
Okay. So you go back to the thicker part of the base of the tentacle to carefully slide it out. And as you pull, there's resistance only in the form of weight. As you are pulling it, it's heavy, but it does not seem to be like latching on and grabbing at anything. And that is until you get about halfway through. You're pulling it like hand over hand, like a rope. And then you get about halfway through, and then you start to feel a little bit of resistance. Again, like you would with a snake. You feel it try to like shift in your grip. And like as you're pulling it, you can still manage to pull it, but you definitely feel resistance as you are pulling it. If you pull it all the way out from each of the holes and set it down, it would begin to slither back towards the hole. Out of your grip.
Marcus needs to hold the other end.
He's going to hold the tip of the tentacle thing.
So that way it can't just slither back in.
He'll rush up and grab the tip of the slithery thing, and as he does, it starts to shuffle and squirm underneath in his grip, and he just kind of makes a face like, ugh. It wriggles.
All right. What now?
Yeah, what do we do now?
Well, like, trying to go back, so just being able to move it is not going to be an option because we're not going to be able to work that fast. Nobody's going to be able to work that fast.
I mean, maybe if we had like fucking 30 people.
I don't think 30 people are even going to be able to do that. Not risk somebody or multiple people getting hurt.
Or just going back to where I wants to go.
I think it wants in the hole. I mean, it wants it to expand, right? So maybe expand is go out.
Try just straightening it out. Pull it, like, out. Walk it down
Marcus
the
he walks it down the hallway, and it starts to become straightened out. And as it starts to straighten out, it starts to become rigid. And once he gets it all the way out and it becomes perfectly straight, it ding, becomes perfectly solid, rigid, not sticking up in the air. It's still in Marcus's grip, but it is straight, and it seems to only bend a little bit at the base. I don't know if this made it better or worse.
What?
Is it too far?
It doesn't have support.
Marcus is going to put it down. And as he does, once he sets it down, you hear like a ting as the metal rests against the metal floor. And immediately the head begins to squirm again and dig straight down into the floor and pierce into the ground.
Fuck.
I don't think we want that. Maybe pull it back up.
Lockhart just like fast stepping over. Nope. Picks it up.
Pick it back up. Pick it back up. What the fuck do we do?
Well,
Okay, I don't know if we should call like a plumber or an electrician or a gardener or a priest. Like,
well, it needs support. It
you know me too.
can't see anything. Can't smell anything. Doesn't have any obvious understanding of noise, because otherwise it would be reacting to us talking. She'll just kind of like look around for a minute. Kind of looks over to Kaya, and then gets the sheepish look.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, we can try something that probably will piss it off.
So that thing like shoots spikes. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, but it shoots spikes in whatever direction pain is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a blowtorch, I assume.
If you didn't, there's one in the tool, basically the tool shed.
Yeah, she takes a deep breath in. Lets it out. And?
Well, some things I know to, like, stop them from growing. You, like, cauterize the end, right?
God fucking... Okay. Remind me again, what does this thing sense?
Pressure and heat, so maybe if we think ouchies ahead, it'll stop?
Maybe. What if... Is it like each tendril that senses it, or is it like senses it from like, I don't know, certain center point?
Well, I imagine there's a center point that's processing it, but that's...
But the tendrils are sensing it.
Mhm.
I mean, I've got like... If we do this, which, I mean, I'm out of fucking ideas. Didn't even have one to start with. But, I mean, we could try and trick it a little bit, maybe? Like, if we get a fire extinguisher, we might be able to fuck with its temperature, sensory stuff.
Joe, in the room, is there
The
perhaps
tool shed?
is there perhaps cleaning supplies?
What kind of cleaning supplies?
Bleach and baking soda.
There's no baking soda. There's like spray cleaner.
I tried.
Though bleach would be an option, because bleach does burn, like, organic material eventually.
There's no bleach either. It's just like basic like wet wipes and cleaning spray.
Okay, is there drain cleaner?
No.
Damn. But there's gotta be at least a couple of fire extinguishers around here, though, right?
Fire extinguishers. There's one in there. Sure. Little small one. Like a hand-sized one.
With all that equipment and machinery?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one hung up on the wall and there's one underneath the cabinet, so they have a replacement.
I hate that I'm gonna do this, but have we seen it like react to like touch, other than the flowers closing?
Well, with what Legacy did earlier.
Yeah.
It like echoed back to something, and then it tried to touch back with a different tentacle.
Okay. Because the only thought I've got right now is use fire extinguisher to try and essentially blind it temperature-wise, and maybe fuck with its sensory readers to see if blowtorch would work. Because with the metal being cold and brittle, it'll break even faster. And if the sensories aren't working, it won't be able to tell that we're fucking with it. But that's a big if.
Essentially numb it with cold before...
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, we could try. We're just fucking with it right now.
Yeah, like, what else are we gonna try to do?
Electronics anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can hear the steam coming out of Joe's ears as we're making him think of all this shit, which I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you have any hints for us, I'd love to have them.
I'm just gonna see what you guys do.
Sir?
Joe's entered into the like classic DM position of I'm just gonna let him fuck with it until something is amusing enough, and then that's gonna be the answer.
You guys tell me like we're gonna do this thing, and I will be like, all right, this happens.
I hate this plan. It's the only one I've got.
So y'all ready for another session?
Because at this rate, this is a fucking side quest from a while ago.
Yeah, I didn't expect you guys to get... Yeah, I don't expect you guys to get hung up on the vine thing.
We tried to leave. Sorry.
I don't.
Marcus and Kaya tried to leave.
I don't know what you expected, Joe. Hasn't Legacy, like, latched on to every single thing you've sent her direction, pretty much?
I don't know, man. I don't know why I expected
You could have
anything
had this
different.
thing just power down like the rest of them. This was your choice.
I gifted you a character that did shit. That followed the fucking breadcrumbs. And now you're like, why are you following the breadcrumbs? I've been doing it this whole campaign, sir.
And then you're like, why are you going after breadcrumbs? We have a whole ass like meal on the table. Stop it. Come back here. Anyway, all in favor of fuck a wee ball, fire extinguisher, and blowtorch?
Okay, we
Where's the
will
try?
Where's the try?
set up a perimeter wall of panels. Firing squad of of extinguishers behind the panels.
So to pry off another panel and hold it, these panels are big. They are like the size of a door.
Mhm.
So to pry off another one and hold it up, you'll have to dedicate at least one hand to it. So
Yeah.
you have to have a hand to fire the fire extinguisher, a minimum of one hand, usually two.
Why
Oh, I think
Legacy
Kaya
is-
was-
against the shoulder.
Yeah.
Do
Sorry.
what?
You have two strongs.
You have two strongs, yes. So Marcus can hold one. Lockhart can hold another door.
Yeah. I
Ooh.
figured we're giving the engineer the blowtorch because it's hers.
Okay.
It's got her name written on it.
So who's getting the fire extinguisher?
Who knows how to
Continuous
use a fire
complaining about
extinguisher?
Not fucking haven't done anything this entire time.
Ben Getty gets it?
Does he know how to use a fire extinguisher, first of all?
Well, then
Yeah,
this
he's
is-
had to use one before.
I was about to say,
Okay,
this is
of course he
perfect
has.
Time for him to learn.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fucking stupid idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, well, do you got any better ones? Like a mole is.
Yeah, my fucking the best idea is to fucking leave.
Well, apparently they don't want to do that, so...
Yeah, his whole fucking thing is whatever. And he just takes it and starts to prime it.
Fucking, I didn't want to fucking be here either.
Okay, bitch queens, let's move it.
I love this party.
So
I'm priming her blowtorch. Fucking...
So, the goal here is spray it with a fire extinguisher, and then while it is fire extinguished, blowtorch the surface of one of the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Ideally
the
from an
go-
angle.
yeah, the goal here is to fuck up the sensors and the electronics with the cold and make the metal really brittle, and then hit it with the intensity of the blowtorch to snap it off and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Hopefully
So-
without setting it off.
Here's what happens. Bengetti starts spraying it with the fire extinguisher. And he is spraying it like nearly point blank to get the most cold part of it against it, which is just causing a bit of a mess of like smoke and blowback from the actual fire extinguisher. But he fire extinguishes until it is empty or until someone stops him, whichever happens first. Once he has emptied the tank, he steps back and then gestures like all yours to Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to blowtorch it.
Mhm.
Are you blowtorching it like holding your hand out and blind firing around the corner?
probably taking as much cover as she can between the wall panels and the wall.
Okay.
But speed is of the essence.
Okay. So you are blowtorching it.
Mm-hmm.
You get a few seconds into blowtorching it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the metal start to warp a little bit. And then, let me roll some
Mhm.
stuff here.
Oh no.
Are you using your fleshy hand or your mechanical hand?
Probably her mechanical one because that's her right hand. And she's right-handed.
Okay. So as you are blowtorching, there's this moment where you're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And then fling, it like shoots out a spike. It gets lodged between the doors, but not before it hits your hand. And it shears off your index finger.
Look, I
You
needed
take
that.
1 wound.
Well. I'm
Collective,
assuming...
oh my god.
Fucking... Did it break? Is it still in one piece?
It's still in one piece. There's some bending and warping of the metal and some cracks where it was. But it
Fuck.
seems to have, out of that crack and warping, grown the spike and shot out at you. It also destroyed the blowtorch.
Fuck. I feel like there was a part of me that was like, could you just like double down? She's got 4 more fingers.
There is something that is just great in like cyberpunk and sci-fi stuff. Like you lose a finger and it's like, I needed that, but okay. And like that's the reaction and nothing else.
And then the fucking
Minorly inconvenienced.
And then it broke my blowtorch. God fucking damn it! That was fuck my blowtorch. But fucking broke the blowtorch, and that's not good. That's like holding a bomb.
So Lockhart, you kick the spike.
Oh my
let's
god!
try and keep it out of the way.
How hard?
Just getting it out of the way. It shouldn't be that hard, right?
No, how hard do you kick it? Do you kick it to like shift the entire weight of like a fucking giant snake with your foot? Are you like hitting it? Or are you nudging it with your foot?
Hitting it.
Okay. The spike, this won't roll on the crit table, but it spikes out and cuts off the tip of your shoe and spears into your foot. And you will take 1 wound of damage.
Motherfucker.
What the
She was
fuck
already
are
pissed
you?
off about it drilling into her foot before, and now it did it again.
Oh my fucking!
Ben Getty throws up his hands. I told you this is a fucking dumb idea.
No shit. Pull Lockhart, the fuck are you doing?
It took your finger.
Yeah, I'll build a new one. I'm more upset about the blowtorch, honestly.
It still took your finger.
Well, yeah, but you shouldn't go and fucking hit it. We saw what it does. Do you think that you getting hurt is gonna make me feel better?
I know what I did.
Good, just fucking bleeding again. God fucking damn it. Breaking out the fucking med kit for like the 5th time.
I'll live. Don't worry about it.
Shut up.
Let's just
Turn to the rest of the group. Can we just fucking leave? Or has anyone else got any other ideas?
I mean, I could just piecemeal try to move the tentacles out of the way there. And he points to the mass of it. Marcus does.
It'll just stop burrowing other places.
He puts one hand on his hip and then puts the other one and scratches his head.
I mean, Lex was able to give Observer a new directive. Can't you do that with the plant? Tell it it's big enough.
I can get to the core of it. I've not done that yet. It's trying to be careful to make sure it didn't piss off in some other direction. She is. Imagine when like the spike aimed towards the feet. Legacy kind of hopped up a little bit, so she is like almost standing on Marcus's feet. She's like, she doesn't want shit like going after her legs. She likes her legs. Okay. So, inch away from where the new spikes are. Find a new flower. Learned her lesson last time. Stand to the side as she plugs in.
You plug it in and... Are you trying to go in even deeper?
Yeah, we'll try.
It's gonna be 4 purple.
I know.
We have a whole bunch of hero points if you need it.
Actually look at my hacking shit now. Because I don't have a lot.
You just-
all my stuff needs strain, and I have no strain.
Bomb it. Just bomb it. from
It's
the
been a
inside.
long 2 days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
I can't. Mikaya's 100% in the boat of, if we can't hack it, we should just make this Maxine's problem. She'd probably love this.
Mhm.
How
I
is
was gonna
she
say, I
down
think she
here,
is kind of an expert in like flesh technology.
Yeah. It's kind of her brain, isn't it? Like, literally.
Kinda.
You okay?
Stuff.
Joseph.
Am I here?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, okay.
sorry. You saying kinda. My brain registered that as, like, pained.
No. Just, yeah, kinda. She is kinda
Okay.
the expert.
Mm-hmm. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, just because I'm paranoid, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my second wind.
Fucking.
So
Oh, why would you kick this fucking spike? God damn it.
get some strain back. The yo-yo continues. No. 4 purple. No.
Triumph!
Okay. So I'll strain you for 1. But you are like inserting yourself into almost the core of this being. Whatever this plant tech flesh thing is, you have almost gotten to the center of it. As you are digging deeper and deeper and deeper, you are now at the level where you can see the guts of this thing even more clearly. You can see in real time the code like operating as it is getting information from its receptors from the touch and responding to it.
From what Legacy is seeing, what would be the easier option? Trying to change a command or trying to add a command on? It's like tack something on.
Adding on would be easier.
Can she add on when, like, the trigger of feeling pressure, it shrinks instead?
Mm-hmm. So that would be changing it from its initial reaction, which you can do, but it would also be difficult.
Its initial reaction is to pain, to damage.
Yeah, like, oh, you mean any pressure?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you want it to react to pressure, any non-pain pressure, and you want it to shrink.
Yeah, like that's a fucking like Avatar movie. You touch the fucking big planet, it poofs down.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you can tack that in there.
Okay, she's gonna do that. And then once she sees that start running, she'll look over, point at a vine, squeeze it.
When you squeeze it, like there's this moment where nothing happens, and you're all just kind of looking at it, and the vine thing, it shirks back a little bit and moves away from you. It takes a good couple, like 15 seconds to respond, like it's processing the new thing that is added to its brain. But when you do it, it takes effect.
So we gotta hug it to death.
Just keep squeezing it, make it retract.
Don't hurt it though.
Yeah.
Lockhart will start squeezing it and trying to get it to go smaller.
It's like I say this because I just watched a snake discovery video where they did a video with their biggest snakes, right? And the amount of times the snake just like move it around and like puts his head like next to their face to just get in their face, because why not, right? Sounds coming from there. They just put their hand in front of their nose and just slowly push them away.
Mm-hmm.
Just boop them away. I say, all right, guess we're going this way now.
So, if you want to successfully poke the tentacles out of the way of the door, it will take a long time. Because when you poke it and pinch it, it doesn't shrivel all the way back. It gets out of the way of the poke. So if you want to cause it to shrivel back, you have to poke it and poke it again and poke it again and poke it again until it has no other recourse but to go backwards. And it doesn't want to go backwards, but it will if it has to. And there are a lot of vines. But if you're all poking, I would give it maybe 3 hours.
Jesus.
Oh my god. How much time have we spent here so far?
4.
Like,
I feels like 4.
Can I add an extra little thing in of like, okay, well that worked. Shrink times 5.
You'd have to make me another difficulty. No, you know what? Difficulty 5 check. Because you're altering what was already accepted. You can still do it. It is doable. Even though the difficulty is listed as impossible, it is still eminently doable by Legacy.
I don't know that I've ever no, I did roll last session something close to this.
I'm pretty sure I made you roll a 5 difficulty thing.
Probably.
It would have happened. There were a couple choices where it could have come up, but it didn't.
Hey!
Yeah. So you are able to make it shrink more, but I will strain you for 2. as it shrinks. It will up the time, so it will take only 2.5 hours.
Fuck you.
There's a lot of vines. There's no way around it. This is like programming a brick wall to unbrick wall itself and then poking the bricks to make them go backwards. There's a thick, like feet thick wall of vines.
Part of me wants to be like, what if we can get something from the supply room and like duct tape like a tarp over the edge of the hallway and get an air compressor and just pump it full of air pressure. But there's so many holes in the wall that it wouldn't work.
Duct tape around a vine really tight. Cinch it.
And it'd be like a cat, so it has to go backwards, like a cat with its head stuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Get it off.
I also just thought make like one of those massagers, for like your shoulders and whatnot that push really hard.
A Theragun.
Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
One of them, the name brand one is Theragun.
Yeah, what are those?
Okay, so are you going through all of these different shenanigan tactics?
I feel like they're talked about as we're all poking it collectively. All theorizing different ways. This could go faster. We probably test out the duct tape one. I feel like that one's easy enough.
The duct tape one does work alarmingly well, but the vines do not move quickly. So they just kind of very slowly, like a slug in fast forward. They kind of move very slowly. Because they are shrinking, but they don't want to not expand. So it is like going backwards and testing, like, am I done going backwards? Nope. Am I done going backwards? Nope. Am I done going backwards? Nope. So it constantly is performing that check because it does not want to go backwards. But it's working.
Let's use up all the duct tape in this room.
We got a whole ass supply room. Yep.
Yep, you have a supply room in which there are at least 3 rolls of duct tape, one of which is used, 2 of which are not. So you can just absolutely chew through duct tape to your heart's desire. There's a couple times where, as it is moving backwards from the further up on the chain duct tapes, it rips the duct tape off as it is retreating through one of the holes that it bored into the ground. But you can just reapply duct tape. But it will still, with the duct tape efficient route, it will still take an hour and a half.
Hey.
That's more acceptable.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys can solve a puzzle, and then the only thing left is wait time. You gotta load. But you solved it.
Sir, it's been a long 2 days, and we've been here for 2 hours, and then, like, another 1, and then there's gonna be another 1.5. Just on these fucking vines.
Yep. So, the vines shrink back and keep shrinking, and are you all standing in the hallway watching it shrink, or are you moving forward with it?
I assume moving with it.
Yeah. Don't get any ideas.
So as you're moving forward with it, as the vines retreat through more and more holes, the floor and walls become unstable as so many holes have been chewed through at such a deep level that there are like foot-sized or bigger gaps in the floor and walls from where vines just tore through them.
Oh shit.
The floor feels like bendable in these areas based on the lack of structure. The plant thing was creating rigidity and structure as it tore through the walls. And now it is lacking in that structure because of the retreat of the vines.
Well, if we can get to the door where the door could open a bit, we can send a Larry in to see if he can find the center and at least get a video of it.
Yeah.
Are we in any danger from the falling walls?
No, you're only
Okay.
in danger if all of you start walking up in one big unit because it will be too heavy.
Gotcha. Okay.
But walking up individually, you can walk up, but it retreats until the entire hallway becomes withdrawn. You can see the vines as they are retreating. There's more of them that were protruding in the opposite end of the hallway. This whole hallway, like it's a few holes and then more holes, and then it starts to look like Swiss cheese, and then it starts to look like alien acid blood rained through the floor. Like huge gaps of missing metal and torn metal and sundered wall and floor. Until you can see that the vines have retreated into a room and stopped. There is a room in the hallway where the vines have clogged up the door and they cannot retreat any further. You can see them like wriggling in place as the duct tape is stuck on them.
Well, at least we know they're not going to grow out from there anymore.
Will you, like, put a box over him or something?
What you doing?
So there's no way of seeing to where the core is.
Correct, because it is clogged up the door of what presumably would be where the core is seated.
Is it a doorway, like, to a room, or is it just another... Okay.
There's a doorway to a room.
Would we know what type of room it should be?
From the room codes above, it would be a bunk room. What you doing?
Can Legacy at least get Legacy and Cosmic and Bengetti, since they're the smallers of the group, at least get close enough to like wrap duct tape around the other vines that they can see?
Legacy can. Cosmic and Bengetti would have to make coordination checks to not fall through the floor. And I don't think you want them making coordination checks.
No.
But Legacy can tiptoe over there.
Emotional support Larry go with her? He floats.
He can help.
He's busy playing
rope.
Pong.
He can help with wrapping
Rope.
around the shit.
Sir, you need to stop playing Pong right now. We have work to do. Finish your homework
But
first.
Cosmic.
But Eldritch Vines.
You can save a game. You can pause it.
You can't see his face, but you can tell by the defeated, droopy arms to the side that he is like, they don't understand. I can't pause Pong, but he literally can. Since he is the Pong.
Such a parent thing to say.
It's the fucking kids getting told by mom to pause the game.
It's an online game. I can't. Just pause the game. Okay, I'll just leave this cup match. But it's Pong. It's pat on the head for Larry. You can play more when you're done.
Wrap rope around Legacy.
Just in cases.
Yeah,
Legacy, what is that thing you have that lets you traverse without needing to check, or you can move distance to or whatever?
Hold on. It's a different section of my book. Defensive. You're swift. Your character can move through difficult terrain at normal speed without extra maneuver.
Is that no? You have a thing that's like you can move 2 range bands or something without making a check or some shit, right?
Parkour, believe.
Yeah.
Once per round, it's if I suffer 1 strain to use the talent, I can move to any location within short range. And then technically,
Okay,
I
you
have
can
parkour improved that gets me even further.
You can spend a strain and not have to roll, or you can choose to roll coordination.
Rolling.
Go ahead and roll me coordination at 4, because there's not a lot of floor to walk on. There you go. You tiptoe gently across the remaining bits of floor, which bend, even under your weight, they bend a little bit. But you are able to, with your little cable rope tied around your waist, jump over until you get to what is the threshold where the vines are creeping out from, or clogging, rather. And you can duct tape around them. Every time you duct tape them, they wriggle more furiously. It is like the room is sardine can packed tight with vines.
It's not happy, but if she can at least keep him from growing until we figure out something later. And then with whatever is left, she will go to the edges of the door and like around the edge of the door that she can see and around the edge of where the vines are breaking through. Duct tape more. So it's more resistance to try and keep it in.
You're just making like a duct tape wall.
Like, I imagine like Kaya can go run back and find some caulking in there or some shit. Like, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've made the most duct tapey entrance of all time. Rock solid duct tape. And you, feeling satisfied, can climb back to your little crew. When you get back, Marcus has his hands on his hips, watching you like gingerly tiptoe past where most anyone else would step on a piece of floor and fall completely through into whatever is below. You see Marcus just standing there, and he looks back at the gaping holes of where you were just jumping around, and he looks to you and just goes, I really don't want to get used to you doing death-defying stunts like this.
That is too big of a wish for you. This is not the worst place I've climbed on.
What's the worst place you've climbed on?
You want me to answer that?
He thinks about it. He doesn't get back to you on the answer. He just thinks about it now, and he's concerned.
Let's just say the outside of the apartment building is not unfamiliar.
You're lying.
Nope.
You're not. He looks to Kaya. She's lying, right?
Kaya just looks at Marcus and just shrugs. Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at this fucking rate.
Oh, and he rubs the back of his neck and rubs his face at the same time.
Okay, or rub his shoulder.
This is why
It's okay.
Going to the amusement park and riding the roller coasters with me is the least scary thing that I could be asking you to do.
I can live with roller coasters. I'm down with roller coasters.
Remember that next time I ask.
I need to find something I can do that raises your anxiety as much as this raises mine. And he gestures to like the holes in the floor.
That's not gonna happen because that means I'm just gonna go in and do it with you.
Lockhart, punch me.
See, that just makes me mad at her.
I roll.
Cosmic, for watching this, just goes like, what are you guys talking about?
Honestly, I don't fucking know.
Then Getty just makes a face. Like a ugh.
You forget, I have kicked her for hitting you before.
Yes, I'm sorry about that, he says to Lockhart.
It didn't hurt.
Swear one day I'm gonna take some kickboxing lessons and I will become a problem for you. At least for like the
One
first two
day-
kicks.
One day we will leave this nightmarish tentacle hallway. One day.
Fucking finished. Like waves vaguely behind her. You're the one that's like fucking getting on my case. It's a good thing I do this shit because guess what? I was able to do that.
Give me the duct tape.
Lobs the empty duct tape roll at him.
He throws the duct tape away. Grab another duct tape. And then you hear the and he just starts walking towards you with an open roll of duct tape.
No.
Come here.
Dives for Cosmic.
I don't want to get involved.
Well, too bad you're my shield now. You wouldn't duct tape an innocent man.
We duct tape the two of you together and just carry you. Then Getty just rolls his eyes.
Fucking. Can we go?
Yes, please.
He's gonna fucking start walking. It's like, alright, I'm gonna start heading over. You guys figure that out.
Remember there are bees on the other side of that door.
Yep.
I fucking hate this place. Fucking bees. Poke her fucking head out. They're fucking bees still? Are they still here? Get on fucking life.
You hear them?
Are you opening the door? There's no way you can hear through the door.
She'll open the fucking door. Just fuck it.
You door slides open, and as you
Mhm.
do, you hear a distant zzz, zzz.
Okay, is that the bees or is that a lightsaber?
It's the bees. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, but to my mind, that was like the perfect like lightsaber sound effect. Fucking hear that
Pretty
in
awesome to be a
distance.
lightsaber.
It is the
Right?
buzzing of the bees.
Okay. Okay, fucking opens the door, hears that. God fucking closes the door. Turns to the others. We might need the duct tape. Please don't waste it.
I mean, should we just run?
We could
Run to the
fucking-
cars and hightail it?
You fuck with engines, you can make them go fast, right? We just gotta go fast in a straight line.
Yeah, temporarily. Probably. Hold
Do
on.
you have time to fuck with an engine before we need to, drive?
Maybe. If I don't know I'm sneaky, maybe they won't see me. I doubt it. I'm not all that sneaky. But I could
You
fucking
already had
try.
the door open.
Well... Yeah.
Wait, so what did Lockhart say?
You already heard the door open.
Were they heading our direction? I missed that part.
You just heard distant buzzing. I didn't assume you didn't poke your head out.
Nah. It's like, well, maybe.
Pokes Cosmic. You got night vision.
Oh yeah.
Open the door.
Should
again.
we?
Make sure Cosmic is only peeking out slightly.
Should Lockhart maybe take the night vision so that the squishies aren't in front?
Well, Cosmic has
Okay.
number 1 ranged, number 2, if they
Mhm.
start heading towards the door again, we close the door.
And the Lockhart can stay armed with a bat. Or a tire iron. Open door?
Hold, please.
Holding. Just want to go home, Joe.
Hey, you guys could have gone home, but you decided to fuck with a thing.
You're the one bringing the bees back.
They didn't leave.
They could be dead.
They could be dead.
What would have killed them?
Wasps. I wonder, do these make fucked up honey?
I don't think we want to know.
I kind of do.
You want to be like Sokka with the cactus
No,
juice?
no, absolutely not.
But it like
Let me
fucks with
see.
tech?
I'm making something. Bear with me.
Uh-huh.
There. Okay. So, the door opens. This loud... It doesn't open very quickly, mind you. As it slides open, you can see on the other side there is one of those bee creatures just kind of crawling on the ground, lapping up stuff on the floor, or seeming to. And it stops and stares up at you. And you see in full clarity this weird, mostly mechanical, but still somewhat biological creature just kind of just stares at you in this moment where you're just kind of frozen. Cosmic slowly reaches down for his gun.
No. Hand over his hand.
He looks at you, and then he looks at it. What do you do?
Is it doing anything as it sees?
It is watching you. Dozens of little red eyes, little beady red eyes are watching you.
Not Kaya. Lockhart's posted up to hit it if it tries anything, right?
Eve.
It's just lapping something up, seemingly. She's just going to whisper to Cosmic. Just don't shoot it.
It takes one step forward.
I was going to have Kaya take the step out. She's a little more tanky than the Squishy.
You're stepping out?
Does it take a step forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I thought you were saying having Cosmic do that. I would be like, oh no.
No, it takes, well, I say a step. It reaches a hand forward and kind of shifts itself forward.
I don't like
In
that.
effect, taking a step, but it's crawling along the ground.
Okay. Above table here. Do we want to try and get past these guys? Because I kind of don't want to fight it. I don't think we can fight it.
Yeah, we just need to get past them.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a gamble and see if it's not hostile?
I mean, Legacy is gonna see how if it just reacts to everything. I think she's gonna like. I imagine as they were walking back with like fucking Marcus, like messing with her, she has
Mhm.
collected a small wad of duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
And she just like rolls it a little bit, and then we'll just kind of like toss it to the far side of the platform to see if it reacts to just like the movement, or if it's focused on them.
Wait, repeat that?
So she takes the wad of duct tape.
Yeah.
And she's tossing it because this is the platform outside the store, right?
Yes, it is the
She-
platform with the cars and the highway.
Tosses it to the far side, like over and past the bug, to see if it reacts to the duct tape just flying past and landing.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
So you threw duct tape
Yeah, like
in this direction.
yeah.
When you throw the little wad, you can see it tilt its head like up and angled towards the direction you threw it. You can tell it's looking at it, but it's still kind of looking at you too. But it does kind of tilt its head in that direction.
Okay.
Takes another step forward.
Distraction?
I mean, it didn't like movement.
I guess he was saying that in character.
Oh, sorry.
I can get back to the cars faster than you guys can. You got a license, right, Cause?
Well,
He nods.
Are there any more, or is it only this one here?
That's the only one you can see.
Okay. Okay, if you guys can get to it, get to the cause. I just don't want it to set off its friends, you know?
mm,
Mm. Well, if nobody else has any ideas, Lacey's
Takes another step forward.
Lacey's just gonna start inching around this way. Like whistle.
As you start to
talking it.
inch that way, it turns towards you and starts to crawl towards you.
Yeah,
Oh.
come this way.
Hey! Guy's gonna call out to her like, hey.
No. This is what Legacy's trying to do because the cars are over here.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah, the
trying
cars
to
are over
have
here.
them us distracted so you can get to the cars.
No, because Legacy can run
Okay.
to catch up to the cars as you guys are moving around.
Gotcha, I misunderstood. Good luck, Godspeed.
Mm-hmm.
Lockhart will be between this thing and the group and kind of usher him behind.
Hold on. So as you are moving, Legacy, you can see, you hear the buzzing, the distant, like, fidgety buzzing.
God.
And above you, as you guys step out more into the open area, above you are way more. And these are like 20 or 30 feet up, posted on the wall.
Lacey starts getting loud, clapping her hands, like trying to be the most distracting thing that she can manage to be.
Okay. As you are clapping and everyone else is moving towards the vehicles, I think this is where we're going to leave it for next time.
Fucking see, I told you not to
Yeah.
take it off the schedule.
God damn it.
Well, we'll
I
see
have
you
no one to
all.
blame except Joseph.
What? I thought for sure you guys would just fucking blitz through this part.
Sir,
I am
you
not to
control the
blame.
world.
Yeah. But I only give you what you feed. I only feed you what you want. And it seems like you guys are like want to investigate the fucking vine thing. I was not anticipating that.
All right. Okay, so we're just gonna have to figure out. Fuck. Okay. Whatever. I'm tired. Figure it
It's
out
fine.
later. Okay.
So another one more session.
I'm just gonna
The end
start
part
like
2.
yeah, like I have this labeled as the end. I'm just gonna start labeling them. Part 1, Part 2, the threequel.
God. Every second time we try and leave, it's like, oh, but this is here. God damn it.